Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Summer in San Diego, what could be bad? Maybe spend the morning surfing, you take a nice walk downtown, and then as evening time rolls around, how about a little baseball? Game 1, Marlins and Padres coming up. The former Diamondback, Martin Prado, has seen a lot of the Padres over the years, and he's had some pretty good success. He is now donning the black and orange of the Marlins. Matt Kemp, meanwhile, so good so far in the month of July, trying to lead the Padres up the standings as we get ready for the first game of a 4-game series between the Miami Marlins and the San Diego Padres. Welcome to Petco Park with Mark Grant. I'm Jesse Agler. So glad you're with us on this Thursday night. The Miami Marlins come in, and they've got to be one of the most interesting teams in baseball this year, huh?
Boy, a lot going on. GM becoming manager, losing Stanton, losing D. Gordon, Jose Fernandez, who is back. A lot going on. High expectations for this Marlins team, almost like the Padres, but it's been a tough year for the Fish.
Yeah, it really has. Tyson Ross going to make it tougher, hopefully, from a Padre perspective tonight. In recent form, very good form.
Oh, he's fun to watch when he's on his game. You know, he's going to walk some hitters, but it seems like Tyson Ross, the last 5 times out, when he has base runners on via the walk, he makes a big pitch to get out of it. He can go to that slider down and in. He can go to that two-seam fastball. That's why he's got the 2-0 record, and the opponent's only hitting 185. He will freeze them at times, but it's the stealth slider. Looks like a fastball, ends up down out of the zone, and the strikeouts are up. More strikeouts than innings pitched for Tyson Ross. Hopefully he's on his game again tonight.
And he's also the president of the No Homers Club.
You know what I see in this, Jesse? An 89 1/3 homerless innings for Tyson Ross. He's got such electric stuff, and we just saw that, to where if he misses over the heart of the plate, he could still throw it by these hitters. He could throw a two-seam fastball because of the movement, because of the slider movement. He can miss the sweet spot, and that's why he's been keeping the ball in the ballpark.
Yeah, he has been so good, and he hopes that that continues tonight against Miami as we open up this series. Well, we mentioned it, some big-time missing pieces for the Fish. More on that with Chris Budden when we come back. Marlins and Padres on Fox Sports San Diego.
strikes on him.
He got him again. That slider. Boy, Ross has good stuff. Trailing in the mid-strike range.
Talk about an exploding slider from Tyson Ross. We just saw it.
Welcome back. The Miami Marlins are in for 4. There's a look at Dan Jennings, his first season as manager of the Miami Marlins. And he's got a tough role when he has his 2 best players out of the lineup with injuries. D. Gordon, Giancarlo Stanton, both out with injuries and not even making the trip. I talked to Pat Murphy about what it's like to have your best player out. He understands having Justin Upton out for the last 4 games. He says you got to find other guys who need to step up in their place.
It's like us missing guys, Upton and Myers. You know, like you miss those guys. I'm not going to discredit their guys in any way. I'm just saying when you've got 2 of your main cogs not playing, other people have to step up, and it's a different game, but it doesn't make it. You know, you kind of look for, hey, what's that going to bring out in this guy? When this guy's elevated this position in the order, what does that bring out? Obviously, you're losing a lot. It's going to be hard to be as effective.
So Miami would like them back in the lineup. The Padres not quite missing them as much as they try and turn things around today. Tyson Ross looking for his 7th win of the season. First of 4 against the Marlins. First pitch coming up from Petco Park when we return.
Baseball brought to you by National University. Log on to nu.edu and learn how to launch your career today. By Petco, what we feed them matters. By Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today and see how much you could save. And by SeaWorld. Discover the wonder of the sea. Look at Petco Park on a beautiful summer evening in downtown San Diego. 75 degrees, just a couple of clouds in the sky. Dick Enberg in Cooperstown this weekend, receiving the Ford C. Frick Award as we take a look at the Marlin lineup. Brought to you by Hyundai. The future Hall of Famer, 41-year-old Ichiro Suzuki, will lead off. He plays right field with Giancarlo Stanton on the disabled list. Former Diamondback Martin Prado, Christian Yelich coming on as of late for the Fish. Justin Bour, Casey McGee back from San Francisco. JT Realmuto, Cole Gillespie, the shortstop, Badani Hechavarria, and the pitcher Tom Kohler.
And big, tall right-hander Tyson Ross on the mound. The scouting report brought to you by Montalvo. A compact delivery. Darren Balsey says he's got to keep that up-tempo kick. not a higher kick, just a tempo kick to get those mechanics in order, work down in the zone, hopefully get a lot of grounders and strikeouts tonight.
Yes, he will. For the guys behind him, the defense is brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. At camp in right field, Abraham Almonte going to get another start in left, his second straight, with Will Venable in center. Solarte and Amarista on the left side. Yonder Alonso, the Miami native, on the right side with Jed Jerko, and Austin Hedges for the second consecutive time will catch Tyson Ross. Just about ready for baseball here at Petco. Padres facing off against Dan Jennings, the former general manager of the Marlins, who took himself out of the front office and has been skippering this team since the middle of May. Both of these teams now with managers who did not begin the season, and Tyson Ross begins the night with a fastball inside to Ichiro.
Still hard for me to see this man in a Marlin uniform. It's just different. It's like when Don Mattingly took over as Dodger manager. Tough to see it. Envision him in a Mariner uniform. You saw him in a Yankee uniform, and there are the numbers you're talking about. Will he get to 3,000?
Maybe sometime next year. He's already playing more than the Marlins probably anticipated this season because of the injuries. In a little bit of a pinch hit role. And, on the right side of the infield, you better be ready for Ichiro.
The Sultan of Slap.
Big swing and a miss there. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. He saw the 2,898 hits for Suzuki. Got to add in, of course, almost 1,300 others from his professional career in Japan.
That's amazing.
Incredible. Strikes out here, though. Tyson Ross begins things in a very positive way. He strikes out Ichiro. And you take a look at these two teams, Mud, there's some similarities, huh?
No question about it. It's so uncanny when you look at the numbers. The Marlins, 4th in the NL East, a 40-55 record. They fired Mike Redmond. And then on the Padres side, almost identical. Buddy Black was let go June 14th. Took a look at the key acquisitions, pitching and speed for the Marlins. Power and power for the Padres at the plate. Kemp and Upton.
Prado takes strike 1 from Tyson Ross. Look at the former Padre, Matt Latos, at this point scheduled to pitch later on in this series, but hearing a lot of Matt Latos' name in all these trade conversations taking place around baseball, so you never know.
Certain teams like the everyday component, you can put in the lineup each and every day, and then once every 5 days, a team can use a guy like Matt Latos. Working the bling tonight as well here in San Diego.
And a couple of strikeouts for Tyson Ross right out of the chute. Got Ichiro, got Prado, quickly 2 down. With the left fielder Yelich coming up, take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers. What do you want to see, Mark Grant?
Well, the Marlins are in town, so I'm going with the fish theme. Fillet the fish, clean them out, and reel them in early. Meaning get the lead early. And let's face it, this is a team that had high expectations like the Padres. They're emotionally down right now, a lot going on, missing some speed, missing the power. So if you get them down early, I think you've got a pretty good chance of reeling them in.
They took 2 out of 3 in Arizona in their last series. This is a team that's really struggled away from South Florida. But Dan Jennings and his crew now looking for their first road 3-game winning streak of the entire season.
I can kind of relate to these Marlins because I remember when I was with the Padres, Jack McKeon, who had previous manager experience though, came down from the front office and managed when Larry Bowa was let go. Jack McKeon managed in Kansas City.
Many years later, he would manage the Marlins to a World Series title.
Comes full circle, doesn't it?
Yeah. 2003. That's the last time the Marlins made the playoffs. The longest postseason drought in baseball. And Tyson Ross has struck out the side. Ichiro, Prado, and Yelich go down all swinging. And what a start for Tyson Ross, who's up to 127 Ks on the season. That's the slider. No score after half an inning. to the plate. We want to welcome you to tonight's game. This series is presented by National University. Padres lineup is brought to you by Toyota for the second consecutive day since his recall from AAA El Paso. Abraham Almonte will lead off and play left field. Miami native Yonder Alonso hits second. Kemp third. Jed Jerko bats fourth with Justin Upton out of the lineup again. Solarte, Venable, Hedges, the shortstop Alexi Amarista, and the pitcher Tyson Ross.
And for the Marlins, right-hander, homegrown Marlin, Tommy Kohler. He's got the fastball, slider, curveball. It's brought to you by Sleep Train, that four-seam fastball that he has, little arm side run. This guy's a homegrown Marlin. He's got pretty good numbers. On the road, 1-2, 2 ERA, the last 3 road starts for Tom Kohler.
Been good.
Yeah, he's going to top out about mid-90s. He averages about 92 on that fastball.
Abraham Almonte, in his return yesterday afternoon against the Giants, was 2 for 4 out of the leadoff spot, and so he gets an opportunity to try it again. Padres certainly without a prototypical leadoff guy and just looking for somebody to get on base. Kohler delivers a strike.
Nothing worse than for a pitcher, Jesse, that big first out, but to get that first runner on base puts a lot of pressure. You get right into the stretch. Next thing you know, it's a big inning.
Changes everything.
Yes.
I mentioned the recent form for Tom Kohler, his last 5 starts. I would hone in on that ERA.
Yes, not a lot of base runners. Working from the windup, and that's why you have to disrupt the timing of Kohler. Get him in the stretch. Good numbers last 5.
Misses with the fastball. 2-1 to Almonte. 29-year-old.
He's been limiting the walks as well the last 5. No more than 2 the last 5.
You were reading into that whip there. That walks and hits per innings pitched.
I'm not a big sabermetrician, but I like the whip. That's walks, hits, innings pitched, average.
Yeah.
You know, if you're around 1-1-1, you're doing something. If you're below 1, you're really pitching well.
Almonte trying to draw that leadoff walk here or get on base however he can. Hitters count, and the 3-1 is taken for a strike.
Didn't have to be. Pretty basic delivery for Kohler. A high 3/4 arm slot. Not really a long strider, kind of a short strider.
Payoff pitch. Almonte lays off, and he's got himself a leadoff walk. Marlins defense behind Kohler brought to you by Renovation Realty. There's Ichiro in right field. He's played a little bit of center this year as well. Gillespie and Yelich around the rest of the outfield. Casey McGee had the great year with Miami last season. Traded to the Giants, now back with the Fish.
Pretty good defensive team. Second fewest errors in the National League behind the Dodgers with 41. The Marlins, 44 miscues. So second fewest errors in the NL.
Leadoff man aboard for Yonder Alonso, who takes a knee-high fastball, 0-1. Yonder, a Miami guy through and through. Coral Gables High School, University of Miami. All that just about 15-20 minutes from where the Marlins play their home games now in Little Havana.
Somebody else I know went to the U.
That's what we call it.
Oh, we?
I mean, who were you referring to?
You.
Oh, okay.
No pun intended. No, I know you're proud of your collegiate days there at University of Miami. You should be.
Got to see Yonder Alonso play a season while I was still a student. Hits that one foul back here.
Good baseball program.
Sure. Got to see Ryan Braun.
Hey, you were there at a pretty prolific time there for that program, weren't you?
Football and baseball, yeah. Not quite the story anymore with the football team, but, you know, ebbs and flows. Good numbers against his hometown team over the course of his career. That's 18 games worth of production for Alonso.
That's a lot of at-bats and good numbers.
The 0-2, and Yonder rolls it foul.
There's that curveball from Kohler trying to get Yonder way out in front. Pretty good location, too. That one missed down as Matt Kemp waits on deck. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Fowler on the left there enjoying a big league ball game. Ron and Alexis Fowler, they must know somebody to get those seats.
It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Happy birthday. Alonso spoiled 1-0-2 offering. Here's another from Kohler, and he can't get it. Changeup strikes him out. And one away here in the bottom of the first. Yeah, it's a pretty good seat.
Really good.
You don't need your binoculars, I'll say that. The big offseason acquisitions for this team. Matt Kemp stands in. 256 on the season, the 10 home runs, and he's been so good as of late. Yesterday afternoon against the Giants, double and a walk. Had a 2-run homer on Monday against San Francisco. Leads the team now in average and runs batted in.
Well, like so many right-handed pitchers against a guy like Matt Kemp, I think the main objective is to try to pound that outside corner. Now, with that said, Almonte can run at first base. I'd like to see some first and third action here. See if Kohler starts him away. Looks like a first pitch fastball away.
Something for Kemp to digest and process.
And the reason why I say that, Jesse, is because we know when Matt Kemp is swinging the bat well, right center field is a hit haven for the veteran.
It's a good term. I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Lays off. Come up with that on your own?
It just came to me.
Really, just now?
Yeah.
It wasn't in your notes?
Well, if you noticed, I paused a little bit and my brain was working. I'm sure you heard some metal grinding. Trying to get this home run that Kemp's going to hit on video. This fan.
Big swing. Just missed the curveball. 1-2.
Hanger. It was a hanger, too.
Jed Jerko next. Padres had won 5 in a row before the back-to-back losses to the Giants the last couple of days. Pat Murphy's crew trying to get it going again against the Miami Marlins. Fish are 40 and 55. 12 games out in the National League East coming into play today.
So this is the true test of a Major League Baseball player. You got two teams that are struggling. Come to the ball yard. It's easy to come to the ball yard all happy and chirpy when you're 15, 20 games above 500. What kind of player are you when you're below 500 and you're trying to stay above water? That's what these guys. That's what's part of the grind.
Almonte faked like he was going, and Kemp is rung up.
That ball's off the plate. I think Kohler got a call there. Matt Kemp is not happy, and he has reason to not be happy. It was pretty close.
Good frame job by the young catcher, Will Muto.
Well, you know what? I stand corrected. Fox Tracks has it right on the corner. Thought initially that ball looked like it was off the plate, but Tommy Kohler made a pretty darn good pitch.
Checks on Almonte. 5 outs so far in this game. 3 for Ross, 2 for Kohler, all coming by a strikeout. Jed in yesterday afternoon's game had a solo homer in his first at bat. Takes the fastball away, 1-0. 18 consecutive starts now for Jerko since coming back from AAA El Paso.
Once again, Kohler trying to go away to the right-hander. See how many mistakes are fouled back or Padres take advantage tonight. That was a high fastball out of the hand of Tom Kohler.
Well, it's interesting to see how different guys react to these sorts of things. Whether it's Almonte or Jerko spending time in AAA. Kohler had a stint in the bullpen earlier this year for Miami, and really ever since coming out of that, he's been a little bit of a different pitcher, and he's had great success. Almonte goes. The curveball is the called strike, and the throw down to second is in time. Abraham Almonte caught stealing, and that'll end the bottom half of the first inning here at Petco. No score as we go to the second for McGee and Real Muto.
Still not in the lineup today, still dealing with that soreness in the left oblique, but he took some swings in the batting cage today, and I spoke with Pat Murphy just before the game, and he said, quote, I think he will be able to help us later on tonight. So could be a bat off the bench later on tonight if they need him. Also, some update on Will Myers, taking grounders today during batting practice, and he will begin hitting with a light bat off the tee tomorrow, and then he is planning on going on the road trip and building up that hitting program as long as his wrist feels fine. One other little tidbit about Myers, turns out he's also really good at bowling. Yonder Alonso had his charity bowling event for Big Brothers Big Sisters last night. Guess who won it all? Mr. Myers.
And Chris, before anybody says it, it's the left wrist that was injured.
Yes.
He bowls with the right. Don't worry, it's okay. Thank you, Chris.
You wouldn't know if you were in the clubhouse, though. He wasn't bragging or anything.
No, of course not. And Will Myers, he's such a competitor. I mean, he's great at jacks, dominoes, everything. He was so competitive last night. It was unbelievable.
I believe that.
He says, I'm going to win the whole thing. You watch. And he tied for first.
He had a good team, too. Justin Bohr, the first baseman, takes a pitch in the dirt. Like Will Myers, no batting gloves for Bohr. 27-year-old from Washington, D.C. That's good news about Justin Upton, though. Chris Budden getting to the bottom of it, might be available as a pinch hitter as Bohr reaches and fouls that one back.
Hey, Bohr, the burly catcher. He's got the good build for a catcher. Rule 5 from the Cubs. Signed with the Cubs originally back in 09, but put up some pretty good numbers in the minor leagues, double digits, 5 years in a row in the minor leagues. Getting a taste of the big leagues last year with the Miami Marlins.
Didn't play in yesterday's game in Arizona. Fish had an interesting one against the Snakes. See, 5-3. Fernandez pitched. That sounds about right. They had a little beanball incident and then a wild bottom of the 9th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bohr. And he swings and misses. That is strikeout number 4 already for Tyson Ross. He struck out the side in the first and now the first out in the second.
Ichiro Suzuki, the veteran, has no chance on the slider down and in. Martin Prado, the right-hander, same spot, down and away. Good luck. Christian Yelich. Wipeout. There's the wipeout slider. Yeah, we're in Southern California, and Tyson Ross is wiping them out.
4 straight strikeouts to open the game as Casey McGee stands in, playing in his 10th game as a Marlin this season, and he swings and misses right out of the chute, 0-1. Tough year with San Francisco. The Giants designated him for assignment earlier in the year and eventually released him on July 8th. Signed with Miami on July 10th and back in a Marlin uniform. Had great success last year with the Fish. National League Comeback Player of the Year. 177 hits last season.
It's amazing how quickly it can turn for a guy.
Tyson Ross throws him out, and it's not going to be 27 strikeouts tonight for Ross, but quickly 2 down here in the second.
Well, if you're not going to strike him out, you like to get early outs, maybe 2 or 3 pitches as they're racking him up out in the right field mission.
Catcher JT Realmuto. 71 games as the Marlins have been trying to figure out the catcher situation since early on. You remember Jared Saltalamacchia was originally the guy they thought was going to be the answer every day behind the plate. That didn't work out. And Realmuto takes strike 1.
And once again, a position player with not a lot of big league time. I mean, this kid signed back with the Marlins in 2010. Last year, 11 games at the big league level. So inexperience comes into play big time.
And quickly, Ross ahead of him, 0-2.
I guarantee you that Realmuto did not see sliders like that in the minor leagues the last few years.
At NOLA, AAA New Orleans, probably not. 0-2 from Ross, and he lays off that one. Tyson has been so good. It's easy to talk about the homerless streak, but the strikeouts are way up.
Have you noticed also the tempo from Tyson Ross?
Very quick.
Very quick.
Yeah. Just missing. A little bit upstairs. Doesn't get the call from the plate umpire, Chris Siegel. Well, I mentioned Real Muto joining the Fish in 2010. He was a third-round pick, and last year he was the Fish Minor League Player of the Year. Somebody else with a little bit of action. Solarte, bare hand, not in time. Close play at first base. Didn't hit it well. All or nothing for the Padre third baseman, and he comes up just short.
Well, Pat Murphy's on the top step, but even looking at this one first, he beats it out. It is very close, but what a great play by Yangervis Solarte. Bare hand, has to throw across his body, all his momentum going towards home plate. That's not an easy task. But how do you do that? You work on it diligently, day in, day out. That is a play you can work on. Yonder Alonso tries to sell it by going right to the dugout. But first base umpire Alfonso Marquez isn't going to bite.
So 2 outs, a runner on, and Cole Gillespie at the plate, the Marlins center fielder. Good hustle from the catcher to get down there, and that's nothing new for Real Muto. That's part of the scouting report on the guy. Routine grounder to short. He's going to bust out of it, so certainly on a dribbler to third.
Put the pressure on the defense, no doubt.
Gillespie, good numbers in limited time with the Marlins. Former Diamondback, Giant, among others. And he hits that one to Solarte. Much more simple play this time. He goes the short way and gets him on the fielder's choice. Another strikeout for Tyson Ross. No score. Downtown, Yonder Alonso's Celebrity Baseball. Great event for the Boys and Girls Club, which meant so much to Yonder growing up in Miami. Giving back here in San Diego. Teammates turned out, community turned out. It was a tremendous MC, I heard.
Oh, well, it was just a great event, and everybody together. The dynamic that I love is the bowling aspect of it. Everybody's close together to where you can be bowling one lane, you throw your ball, you pick up your spare, you throw a strike, and then you go down and see Will Myers down 3 lanes and you know, have a social sparkler, look at some of the stuff that is right in the next room. It was just a well-run event by Yonder's people, by the Padres, and it was a lot of fun. A great turnout.
Great job by Yonder Alonso, giving back to this San Diego community, and as you said, fun night for everybody involved. Jed Jerko was at the plate in the bottom of the first inning, but Abraham Almonte was caught trying to steal second base by Real Muto. And so Jed gets a fresh start here. Would have been in a 1-2 hole. Now Kohler's got to reassess the situation with nobody on, leading off the bottom of the second inning. Solarte and Venable to follow against the 29-year-old right-hander. And Jed takes a fastball called strike. Fourth straight game that Jerko has been in the cleanup spot with Justin Upton out of the lineup. Chris Budden told you a few minutes ago, though, Upton could be available as a pinch hitter later tonight if the Padres need him. We last saw Justin on Sunday afternoon against the Rockies, but of course that game was rained out, so we didn't really see him. It didn't happen. Jerko chases there, and Kohler strikes him out. Third consecutive strikeout for Kohler. Not counting that caught stealing, one away.
Hey, that's a pretty good slider out of the hand of Tom Kohler as well. We've talked about Tyson Ross, but this kid's got a nice one as well.
Jan Hervis Solarte, the switch hitter. Mark Grant's choice and pick the stick tonight.
Who did you have?
Matt Kemp. It's not just me, of course. Mr. Enberg and I, the professor, choose together. Yelich has it, so Solarte quickly retired on the fly ball to left field. And 2 away.
Hey, both pitchers working quickly tonight. And if I had any advice to give to young pitchers from Little League on up, work quickly. Get in that groove. Your defense will love you. You don't want to be lollygagging around the mound in between pitches. You want to work quickly.
Guy who went last night for the Marlins certainly does that, Jose Fernandez.
And I'm not saying from a mechanical standpoint work quickly. I mean, you can be slow and deliberate with your mechanics, but look at how Kohler got that ball back.
Yeah.
From Real Muto and right up, and there's Jose Fernandez. Boy, what a talent he is. Got a lot of good young arms in Major League Baseball right now. Talking about the Mets with the Padres will see next road trip.
Washington. A couple of guys with the Dodgers. Real deal pitching. Big swing from Venable, 1-2.
And a real deal on the mound tonight for San Diego and Tyson Ross.
Yeah.
Cashner, Kennedy. Got to hydrate. Got to get that water in you.
You know what they say? Drink before thirsty.
It's good advice.
Just missing with the fastball, 2-2. You're thirsty, you waited too long. Summertime, we're here to give out the outdoor advice.
Sunscreen.
Yeah.
Water.
Got him. Big time couple of innings for both Tom Kohler and Tyson Ross. No score after 2 at Petco. Lot of young athletes, a large number of young athletes in the crowd here at Petco Park, part of the Special Olympics that will be taking place this coming weekend in Los Angeles. Bill Schumart is the president and CEO of Special Olympics Southern California. He joins us here in the booth. This is a big weekend, huh?
It certainly is, gentlemen. Thank you for having us. What a great honor.
It's our pleasure, our absolute pleasure. How many athletes are here? That looks like a big
1,400 athletes, 13 countries, including 300 from Costa Rica, 300 from India. They are camped out for 3 days in 8 different cities in San Diego. This city and this county have been awesome, and thank you, Padres.
Yeah, very proud for San Diego to be a host city. And what's been the one thing, Bill, that really sticks out as these athletes enter our great city of San Diego?
I think the joy that they display. Special Olympics is everything that's good and right about sports. They display dignity, respect, joy, courage. It's what sports certainly should be all about.
Yeah. Infield single for Echeverria, leading it off here in the top of the 3rd inning. The only 2 hits for Miami, a couple of infield singles. And so the big event is in Los Angeles. But Mark mentioned it, San Diego, a host city. And so, right, based on the sheer number of people, we got to spread this thing out a bit, huh?
Absolutely. I am CEO of Special Olympics Southern California, San Luis Obispo to San Diego. Big footprint. And so we obviously want to grow our movement. Let's get as many cities involved as possible in this. And San Diego raised its hand. 8 different cities down here, 1,400 athletes. That speaks well for what the future of our movement's going to look like after these games.
Pitcher Kohler is up in a little bit of a bunt situation. What does it mean for Southern California to be this involved?
Well, it means a great deal. We always posture ourselves as trying to be the premier program in this worldwide movement. It's what's good and right and really best about sports. There's 500,000 people in our footprint with intellectual disabilities. We're serving 20,000 of them. We got a lot of work to do.
Check over at Echeverria on first base as Tyson Ross works out of the stretch here at the start of the top of the 3rd.
Bill, how did you get involved with Special Olympics?
Great question. I got my doctoral degree from the O'Malley family, who I know are very involved here. I worked for the Los Angeles Dodgers in the front office for 12 years. Was a college athletic director at 2 places, Cal State Fullerton and Long Beach State. So pretty good baseball background there.
Nice.
And then now 10 years with the world's largest sports organization, and I got to frankly say it's the best job I've ever had.
Wow. You've got a couple national titles under your belt, I believe, right? As an athletic director? One at least?
Actually, some Final Fours and some
Okay.
national championship games.
Yeah.
And a national championship in women's volleyball at Long Beach State. Yeah.
Kohler misses that bunt, and so a 1-ball, 2-strike count. All right, so the games are going to be up in Los Angeles. How can everybody here in San Diego get involved?
Well, first of all, you can watch it regularly through ESPN. Opening ceremonies Saturday night will be on live. There will also be nightly recaps of all the action every day. Competition starts in 6 different locations on Sunday. In 25 sports, and competition will go all the way through August 1st, and then closing ceremonies August 2nd, and everybody goes home. But we're expecting about 500,000 fans in our 25 different venues, so there'll be competition going on every day. It's free, but we want to fill those venues with fans, so we have volunteer to cheer. So we want people out there rooting on our athletes in jam-packed facilities. Give them the welcome that they deserve.
You know what's great about the whole Special Olympics thing, Bill, is that when you look at the Special Olympics athlete, there's no agenda. They want to go out and they give it their all, win or lose. There's a smile on their face. They root for the other person.
Yeah.
But they love to be around people. And I guess my point is there's no agenda. They don't care what type of car you drive. They don't care what type of clothes you wear. They don't care. They just want to be loved.
Yeah.
They want to give love, and they want to be part of something.
Prepare to get hugged.
Yeah,
Prepare to get
exactly.
hugged. And you know that we all get involved in this because we think we're going to help them. We think they're helping them. The great paradox of this is it helps us.
Absolutely.
We gain perspective and balance in life when we see how they overcome the various challenges that they have to win and to compete. Now, don't get me wrong, they trash talk a little bit. We get a little trash talking.
Sure.
But for the most part, for greatly the most part, tremendous dignity, respect, courage, joy, everything that you expect to see out of sports.
Stolen base number 5 for Echeverria. So while Kohler couldn't get the sacrifice down, he steals second base. And Ichiro up with a man in scoring position and 1 away. Suzuki struck out against Tyson Ross to open the game. All right, so how many events are we talking about? Let's get to some of the sheer numbers because I know they're just incredible.
Sure. 7,000 athletes, 177 countries, 3,000 coaches, 30,000 volunteers. How about this for a stat I just learned last week? Approximately $100 million went into this. That's not the Olympics, but that's kind of knocking on that door. That's more money than that was generated from the Women's World Cup that recently completed. Wow. So just a huge sporting event. And, you know, the thing is, I'm a lifelong sports guy, and in my 10 years in this job, one thing that's important to me is for people to take our athletes seriously, that they're true athletes, that they're competing just like you and I are. The guys on the field down there would say, "Oh, isn't it wonderful what you do for those poor people?" Our athletes don't want to hear that.
Absolutely.
You know, they're out there to compete and to do well, and it's just a joy to watch them. And I think we're all better people for taking part in it.
So outstanding. The World Games coming up this weekend in Los Angeles, and a bunch of the athletes here tonight at Petco.
So grateful. Also, I want to mention again, San Diego Padres hosting us tonight. Delaware North donated all the dinners. You know, our athletes spent 2 hours in the park out there. What a great time. You know, they've been on Coronado Beach having s'mores. Yeah. I haven't done that. They've been to the zoo. They're taking ocean cruises, dinner cruises. Every athlete from every country that I've come across the last 3 days, thank you for treating us like royalty.
Wow.
Thank you for treating us like royalty. So, you know, it's got to make you feel good.
And also the volunteers that help out beyond the people, like the dinners and stuff. It takes a special person to really do that and have a passion to do it.
It really does. And you originally get a lot of family members, but the more we posture ourselves as a genuine, authentic sports organization, the more people we get that are interested in coaching and that love sports for sports, and they get involved, and boy, sooner than later they get hooked.
How much fun is going on right there in that section?
Yeah, oh my gosh, look at them all. Look at them all.
Different colored shirts for the different nations represented. I think I saw Egypt starting a chant a few minutes ago. I mean,
well, look at that. Look at the great colors.
There they are.
Somebody said they're going to need a vacation before they compete because of all the great stuff they're doing at these host towns.
Oh, what a beautiful event. And so glad that the Padres able to play a role in it here as a host city, as part of a host city in this San Diego area.
You know, going back to the history of Special Olympics, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, but we really need to thank, wasn't it Ethel Kennedy?
Eunice Kennedy Shriver. Eunice Kennedy Shriver. Hey, here's a great story. 11 Kennedy kids, including the former president and Robert and Teddy. Eunice had a sister, Rosemary, with intellectual disabilities. Right. People treated people with intellectual disabilities different in those days. You just, I don't know if I want to, And the story was that Eunice would rage at that. And so how's she going to change it? Let's see if we can change lives through the power of sports. Started in her backyard with Rosemary and some of her friends doing swimming relays, doing running relays. Yeah. Amazing. So I often tease Maria. I said, boy, that must have been a great dinner table. Your dad starts the Peace Corps, mom starts Special Olympics. Kids, how was your day?
Yeah.
What'd you do today to change the world?
Absolutely.
Amazing vision and passion from the Shriver family. Started in a backyard, and now it's a worldwide sports organization.
Just incredible. Martin Prado behind with Tyson Ross on the mound. A ball and 2 strikes. A couple of more strikeouts in the inning for Tyson. He's got 6. Trying to get out of the inning after the infield single and the stolen base inside, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes to Prado, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. So I think one of the key questions here for you, Bill, if people are hearing this and they're saying, wow, this is incredible, is it too late to get involved for this weekend? If not, how can they? If it is, what can they do next time?
Sure. Competition coming up all next week. The website is la2015.org. Go there for a competition schedule. You can see 25 sports at 6 different venues. Admission is free. Come out and share the joy. Also, Special Olympics Southern California has a San Diego region office right here over next to Qualcomm Stadium. I'm sure you can find them on the website, sosc.org, Special Olympics Southern California.org. Check out our San Diego region. They do a great job down here, both in the schools and with traditional program. And if you have a friend or a relative with intellectual disabilities, my gosh, let's get them involved. We're changing lives.
So outstanding. Bill Schumart is the president and CEO of Special Olympics Southern California. Big region, lots going on, and a big couple of weeks coming up. What a great event.
Thank you guys for having me. This is a real honor to see a class organization like the Padres step up and welcome us.
Well, thanks for all that you do also, Bill.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hopefully all the fans from all the countries, all these athletes get an opportunity to see a Padre win tonight as Prado swings and misses. Strikeout number 7 for Tyson Ross. Big thanks again to Bill Schumart. We appreciate it, and have a great time with these games.
Thank you, gentlemen. Go Padres.
Close game. Padres and the Marlins are scoreless. Trade deadline coming up on the 31st, and the action started. Scott Kazmir, the left-handed pitcher, going from the Athletics to the Astros, and 18 years later, Aramis Ramirez returns to where it all began for him, acquired by the Pittsburgh Pirates, by the Milwaukee Brewers, and these will not be the last two trades we talk about this month.
I think the dominoes are going to start to fall. Kazmir is going to help that Houston Astro rotation, being the veteran left-hander. Then Ramirez probably go to third base, and Jung Ho Gong go to shortstop, with Jordy Mercer being out for the Buccos.
Josh Harrison will eventually come back as well, and the Pirates getting a big piece there as Austin Hedges leads off and takes ball one from Tom Kohler. This is the season, the trade season, deadline on the 31st. Kohler continuing to work quickly, and Hedges hits that one pretty well out to right center field. Gillespie and Ichiro tracking it, and the right fielder makes the catch. One away. Second straight Tyson Ross start that Hedges has been behind the dish as Alexi Amarista walks up. Started shortstop for the Little Ninja. 58th time this year he started at short. Saw Clint Barmas yesterday. Amarista came in to pinch hit in the 7th inning against San Francisco. Flew out to center field.
I was just thinking a little drag. Maybe that's for show. You know, you get the third baseman McGee in on the grass. Maybe just put it in the back of their minds a little bit, then go to hack in the next pitch. McGee anticipating at third base.
First baseman Bohr is pretty far back. Try and make the pitcher field it if you can bring it with you up that first base line. Takes there, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, interesting first pitch fastball, curveball, then changeup from Kohler. Future big leaguer, and life is not complete until you have a foam finger.
One of the best accessories at the ballpark. Swinging on 3-1. He pops it foul out of play. Full count to Alexi Amarista. Both pitchers very sharp here in the early goings. A couple of infield singles for the Marlins against Tyson Ross, but he struck out 7. Kohler's got 4 strikeouts and has yet to allow a hit. 3-2.
Look at that. Challenge him with a fastball right down the middle, maybe up a little bit. Fastball at 92. That's what Kohler averages. And the speed range, 78 on the low end. That's the yacker.
That's a fastball, and Amarista spoils it.
You know when I think Marlins, Amarista, you know what, the one thing that sticks out in my mind? Remember the at-bat last year in Miami?
On his birthday.
Was it Evaldi?
Might have been the Sunday game of that series.
And he took that cutter in, and he deposited down the right field line. There are certain things that just stick out between team and player. That's mine for Alexi.
That is up the middle and into center field for a base hit.
When you talk about hits, and he gets a hit.
Who knew it was that easy? We've been doing this all wrong.
A nice battle between Amarista and Kohler. Fought off some high fastballs. Couldn't get on top of it. Last pitch, the old ground ball to the center fielder. Right over the rubber, right over the bag. Let's take a look at the swing. He gets on top of it. Kohler trying to work up. He got in on him a little bit, but once you get it past that pitcher, the way they're playing defensively, got through for an infield single, or for a single to the outfield.
Tyson Ross, little butcher boy, pulls back on the bunt, but he takes a fastball for a strike. Tyson can swing it. See the career numbers there. 188 this season.
They want to bunt it down the first base line there with Bohr holding on the runner that way.
Pulls back, and he takes a pitch on.
McGee is crashing, but still, he's got to wait. Bohr's got to wait until Kohler goes to the plate before he can commit.
Glenn Hoffman flashing the signs, and that was an issue for the Marlins earlier this year. And they made all their changes in the coaching staff and the manager position. As Ross puts it exactly where Mudd asked him to, and that is a 3-4 sacrifice. Amarista into scoring position with 2 away.
This is where the pitcher gets high fives in the dugout. You get that guy over in a scoring position, you go out there, throw up, there you go. That's where it starts. And that's a good feeling going back to the dugout when your teammates give you the high five. And how does Tyson Ross do it? Watch the bat. Level bat, hits the bat perfectly. The ball hit towards the end of the bat. And like you said, Jesse, down that first base side, that's perfect technique. Letting the ball travel to the bat, catching the ball with the bat for the successful sacrifice.
Amarista on second and Almonte at the plate. Abraham walked to lead off the bottom of the first inning, was caught stealing to end the bottom half of the first inning. And he takes a big curveball for a strike, 0-1.
Did you see the way Almonte reacted to that pitch? He raised his arms as if he thought it was going to be a fastball up and in, but then it was a breaking ball. That's a good curveball by Kohler.
That's why they call it the old knee buckler.
He actually thought that was going to be a fastball up and in by his reaction.
That's a fastball, too far in, 1-1.
Trying to jam it. Always have to be aware of a pickoff with the way the shift is going. Echeverria shading over towards that second base bag. Maybe even a throw down from the catcher as well. You got to be heads up on that one.
Almonte hits that one in the air left side. Long run for Yelich. Loses the hat and finds the baseball. Nice running catch by Christian Yelich in left field. And that'll be it for the Padres here in the bottom of the first. No runs, a hit, and a man left for San Diego, thanks in part to a nice play in left field by Christian Yelich. He doesn't need the headwear, just the glove. No score after 3.
Of Tyson Ross tonight. You talk about sliders, and then there are wipeout sliders. 7 strikeouts tonight for Tyson Ross, all on the slider. Lefty, righty, lefty, it doesn't matter. Tyson Ross has got it locked in. 3 innings under his belt, 7 strikeouts for the Cal Bear.
Christian Yelich made the nice catch to end the third. He leads off the fourth, and he's behind 0-1. Yeah, for Tyson Ross this season, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of ground balls, and that has been the case here this afternoon. Every out has been a grounder or a K, and every hit has been an infield hit. That's the third.
That's what happens when you have a nasty pitcher out there with nasty movement, slider or a sinker. They're going to avoid the sweet spot, right? And then you get one of those choppers on the infield, and that's why you get a lot of infield hits.
Check in with Chris Budden down by the Padre dugout.
You guys were talking about the movement of the slider and the sinker, and I remember talking to Rene Rivera last year, the former Padres catcher, about catching Tyson Ross, and he goes, it's such a workout because of those two pitches. And I talked to Austin Hedges about it today. He's caught a few of Tyson's last couple games, and he said, oh, totally. He's like, you have to be completely locked in, not just because of his slider, but Mark, you can follow up on this, but because of the way his sinker breaks. It breaks like a lefty slider.
Hey, good point, Chris, and nice report. Yes, that's something to talk about. Now, the two-seam sinker from Tyson Ross, right, like down and away to a left-handed hitter. So what Chris is saying is, it's such a nasty two-seamer away, it's almost like a nasty left-handed slider breaking that way. Down and in, right, to the right-handed hitter.
That's how much movement it has.
That's how much movement and how much explosion that two-seam sinker has.
1-0 to Bohr. And a check on Yelich, who's got 9 steals this season. Which of the nasty pitches Ross chooses to throw here. And just missing with that fastball, a little bit below the knees, 2-0.
That's exactly where Tyson Ross wants to be. Good downward plane, didn't get the call there. If anything, Chris Siegel, the home plate umpire, calls that one low. Very close.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Be fair about it. Clay Hensley is down by the Padre dugout as well. Taught us about how to throw that two-seam fastball in the pregame show today.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's good to see Tyson out here doing it, though. I mean, you can tell from what you're seeing, especially on the field, and I think we touched on this last time we had his last start, is that it's tough to pick it up where it's breaking. You have to look at the radar gun to see if it's a slider or a fastball, and that's when you know it's late and it's got a lot of depth.
That is a ground ball again. Alonso goes to second. They get one. Return from Amarista is in time. Great job by Tyson Ross covering the bag. And another ground ball and a double play.
Perfectly executed by the infield of the Padres. Alonso going to his right, therefore the momentum towards second base. He fires the strike. And you know what's good about this play? Tyson Ross puts a bow on this. As we focus on Alonso, Tyson's covering. Watch after the catch, the flip with the glove. How sweet is that? Tyson having a little fun with the play and then flipping it. Yeah, throw it around the horn. The big fella.
Nicely done by the 3, the 6, and the 1 in that 3-6-1 double play. Casey McGee grounded back to Ross. He's 0 for 1. And a fastball at 94 this time.
You know, the luxury for Tyson Ross, he is so big and tall. It's only like, what, 2.5 strides from the pitcher's mound over to first base. It's like a big giraffe getting over there.
Fastball on the outer edge. Strike 1 to McGee.
Well, here comes the 806 from Tulsa.
Gets another call with the fastball. I thought it came from Oklahoma City.
No, Tulsa.
It is
It was
Tulsa.
diverted.
Got it.
Got some thunderstorms working there.
Midwest in the summer. On the ground again. Amarista at shortstop. Routine play. And a nice comeback after the infield single for Tyson Ross. Gets the double play. Gets out of the inning. No score in San Diego. only 25 miles from Petco Park. By National University. Log on to nu.edu and learn how to launch your career today. And by Jerome's Furniture, proud sponsor of the best seats in the house. Good view from those seats tonight, watching Tyson Ross strike out 7 through the first 4 innings. The Marlins have 3 infield singles. That's it. Scoreless between these two teams as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Alonso, Kemp, and Jerko coming up. Jesse Agler in for the Professor Dick Enberg, who is in Cooperstown, New York, getting ready for a Hall of Fame weekend. Dick will be receiving the Ford C. Frick Award this weekend, and we'll hear from him coming up in a little bit. Looking forward to that. Very big weekend in baseball. Very exciting.
It's going to be a fun weekend for the Professor. We wish him well. Enjoy it.
Yonder Alonso leading off against Kohler. In his first at bat, Alonso struck out. He's 0 for 1.
Have you been to Cooperstown?
I have not, if you can believe it.
I have not either.
Well, you've been playing and broadcasting for so long that it's hard to find time. As Alonso rips that one off the mid of 4, and that will be an infield single for the Padres. Well, good effort by the big first baseman. Put an infield hit.
Yonder hit this one solidly. On the ground, 2 hopper, and then the race is on. Hey, for a big kid, Moore over there doing a nice job going to his right. Just couldn't field it cleanly.
Bring in Clay Hensley, who's with us downstairs.
How you guys doing?
Outstanding. How about you, former Padre and Marlin, Clay Hensley?
Yeah, no, got a little torn here right now with these guys out here playing, but you know, hey, my heart's here in San Diego.
Love that.
You know what my favorite Clay Hensley story is?
What's that?
Pitching at Dodger Stadium, I believe it was, and he got a bat to the head. Broken bat to the head, and he still went out there and he pitched like 8 innings.
Yeah, it was an interesting evening. It was funny.
Kemp first pitch swinging out to center field. Gillespie going back, and he will track it down. Hard hit from Matt Kemp. One away.
It's my favorite story because Clay Hensley is a stud. He's a gamer. He got a Louisville slugger to the head that required like 18 stitches, was bleeding like a stuck pig, and still went out there and threw like 8 scoreless innings.
Yeah, it was, well, hey, I was, kind of a rookie at the time. You got to prove yourself. I don't really remember what happened during the game, but apparently I pitched well, but yeah, it was interesting. I'll never forget I do remember the interview I had after the game, and one of the reporters asked me what it felt like.
How do you answer that question?
I said it felt like I got hit in the head with a bat. And that's exactly what it felt like. But, yeah, it was a ground ball double play, and I turned around to watch it. I saw that the bat had broke, but I didn't realize where it was flying. And next thing you know, I saw white lights, and I went down like a sack of potatoes.
Jerko on the ground to short. Echeverria for 1, and back to first, double play. Infield singles, double plays, and strikeouts. That's been the name of the game so far. No score after 4.
In various ways, maybe even as to be the ball player themselves, but dream about
Cooperstown this weekend. We check in with him now.
My speech, I'm going to talk about being a dreamer, and I think I'll appeal to everyone who loves baseball. We all dream of ourselves in various ways, maybe even as to be the ball player themselves, but dream about our teams winning championships, a World Series. And this is really a dream place. I mean, look at it. This is a glorious, over 100-year-old hotel. It's kind of the Cooperstown's answer to Coronado's Grand Dame, and it's a long way from that farm in Michigan.
Congratulations again. Dick Enberg will be receiving the Ford C. Frick Award this weekend. He'll speak on Saturday and part of the induction ceremony on Sunday as well.
MLB Network on Saturday at 1 o'clock here in San Diego, so we wish him well, have some fun, and it's going to be a blast. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Tyson Ross back to work. Catcher Realmuto leads it off, and he's first pitch swinging. It's out of play. A little bit more on the professor. Dick Enberg receiving the Ford C. Frick Award. This is his 6th season, of course, with the Padres as a broadcaster. Some great years up in Orange County with the Angels, World Series, and just an absolutely incredible career that, in all honesty, can't be called anything but a Hall of Fame career. That's what makes this so fitting.
No question about it. I believe it was Bob Costas said that if there was a Mount Rushmore of sports broadcasters out there, Dick Enberg would be on it.
I think a lot of us have said that. Another ground ball. Realmuto to third. He hustled last time and beat it out. This time they get him. Close play at first base.
He can scoop.
This weekend in Cooperstown, a big weekend. It's the induction weekend, and how about this class? 2015 for the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Good class. Randy Johnson, look at that career. And when you look at the years, 22, 18, 21, 20, to me, no-brainers. Craig Biggio, all-star at 3 different positions, came up as a catcher. People forget that.
Yeah.
Second baseman, outfielder, John Smoltz. Only 3 guys with more than 150 wins and 150 saves. He is one of them. Dennis Eckersley is another. Randy Johnson speaks for Pedro Martinez. If you want to laugh, laugh at numbers, go to his 1999 season and his numbers.
It's not only that. I mean, Pedro was doing it in that era. And
when it was the era of
offense.
Right.
Yeah, home runs, all those kinds of things. And it's incredible year after year, the ERA that he's putting up when teams were scoring so many more runs than at any other point. 2 balls and a strike now to the center fielder Gillespie.
When you look at his numbers there in 1999, you're going to think he pitched against Little League teams.
2.07 ERA that year.
23-4 record. He pitched 213 innings that year, only gave up 160 hits. He struck out 313.
Another ground ball. Jerko's got it on a couple of friendly hops, throws to yonder, 2 away.
He struck out 313 hitters in 213 innings.
It's incredible.
How many walks did he have? 37 walks in 213 innings.
That whip you were talking about earlier, under 1 that season.
What youngsters would say these days, those numbers are sick.
Sick numbers. They're on fleek. Echeverria with 2 outs. I don't even think we say that anymore. I think it's over already. It was a quick one, yeah. Came and went. We'll be following Dick throughout the weekend, by the way. A little video diary. I like that. Get to keep track of what the professor is up to in Cooperstown.
I like that.
Should be a lot of fun. Belti strike to Echeverria. There you go. We're really all over this thing at the airport. Some autographs.
Oh, how nice is that? Very cool.
Fastball blown right by the Marlins shortstop. 1-2. Tyson Ross, 7 strikeouts, all of which came in the first 3 innings. And this one's hit pretty well out to right. Kemp is going back. Long way to go. And just in front of the wall, he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Hat tip from Tyson Ross. Nice effort by his right fielder, Matt Kemp. More good pitching from Tyson Ross. And more scoreless baseball at Petco Park. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Nothing. And Argentina, Team Argentina, Special Olympics taking place over the next couple of weeks up in Los Angeles. San Diego, one of the host cities, and you'll probably find a couple Lionel Messi fans amongst the athletes from Argentina.
Having some fun. Welcome to San Diego, you bet.
What do you say, about 1,400 Special Olympians at the ball game tonight. They got to party out at the park before the game. Treated to some dinner here at Petco, and now taking in some Major League Baseball.
That's great.
Jan Hervey Solarte, Will Venable, Austin Hedges, the 3 scheduled hitters against Tom Kohler here in this scoreless ball game. Bottom half, inning number 5. See the good numbers in the last 3 games against San Francisco for Solarte. 4 hits, couple of runs, RBI. And his hot streak goes back even a little bit further than that. I think about 290 in the last 3 weeks or so. And there you go, Mudd. First time through for Tom Kohler. Much more successful than the second trip through the batting order.
Well, a lot of talking going on the bench, a lot of video when they're talking about Tom Kohler. Now, the second time around, hopefully they can get something going.
He got Solarte to fly to left field in the second inning. That was a 9-pitch inning for Kohler. The fourth was a 5-pitch inning for the Marlins starter.
Oh, he's got a good curveball.
Yeah.
Play from your vantage point. I mean, that's a 12-6 curveball.
Yeah, it's definitely started. It's straight up, straight down. I mean, over here, you can tell right now, like from the side view of it, that it's starting around the shoulder area and it's going all the way down to the feet. It's definitely a 12-6 hammer he's pulling a piece of. I had the opportunity to talk to Dan Jennings before the game, and he said one thing about Kohler is that he just fills up the zone with all his pitches, and you can see that tonight he's being pretty aggressive in the zone.
He and Tyson Ross both very effective so far. A little dribbler. Kohler will field it. Throws Solarte out. 1 away.
Take a look at that hammer out of the hand. You can see the rotation, 12-6, and then hence the movement. As Clay Hensley said, from the shoulders and right above the shoe tops, maybe below the knees, for the called strike on the outside corner.
4 strikeouts for Kohler. A couple of quick innings, and now Will Venable. Pops the bunt up, back behind the plate. No chance for the catcher, Real Muto. McGee, the third baseman, was playing in. That didn't stop Will Venable from thinking about trying to bunt for a base hit. As you get a look at Justin Upton, as he started the game since Sunday. That was the rain out against Colorado. Got that sore left oblique. Chris Budden telling us earlier tonight that he may be available to pinch hit. Did some hitting in the cages prior to the game tonight. Felt good. That's a pretty good weapon to have on your bench.
Absolutely. And, you know, you're getting 2 runs, 3 runs. If that's the case, deficit, you got a bullet on the bench that could send one out of the ballpark for a 2 or 3 run shot.
Upton seen plenty of the Marlins over the years from his Atlanta days. Good numbers against Miami. Venable in the hole, 1-2.
Hey,
Giant.
I didn't know Javier Bardem played for the Marlins. Oh, that's Michael Morse. I'm sorry.
Signed a free agent contract with his hometown team this winter.
He was great in No Country for Old Men.
I thought you were going to say in the World Series.
That too.
Yeah, okay. Same high school as Mike Pomeranz.
Yes.
Good trivia. Great trivia.
How did you come up with that one?
I know a guy.
Might see a breaking ball here. There it is.
Misses, full count.
Kind of overthrew that one a little bit.
Fernandez pitched last night. Kind of mentioned in passing earlier, crazy 9th inning for the Marlins in Arizona as Venable draws a 1-out walk.
Hey, tweet your strongest fan photo. This is where the fans can have some fun. You got to use the hashtag, though, Jesse. Hashtag SD Data Strong Fan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. And it's brought to you by our good friends at T-Mobile.
It's a good hashtag, SD Data Strong Fan. They're taking selfies. Austin Hedges, 1 out, runner on first. So A.J. Ramos, the Marlin closer, comes on last night. 5-3 lead for the Fish. And he loads the bases with nobody out. Hedges swings at the first pitch, and that one is just foul outside of third base. Sorry, you're the closer. You get a 2-run lead. You load the bases with nobody out, and Paul Goldschmidt is coming up.
That's crunch time.
Yeah. Ramos struck out Goldschmidt, then struck out Pollock, and struck out Yasmani Tomas. Bases loaded, nobody out.
That's doing the Houdini.
Yeah. Second straight win in Arizona for the Fish. That's a dramatic conclusion as Hedges is hit by a pitch, and that was part of the story in Phoenix last night as well. 2 men aboard with 1 out here in the 5th.
Hey, only 1 out. Take advantage of that. Hedges taking this one off the tricep area, it looks like. Turning into it a little bit. Should be okay. Don't get caught on the line drive. Jose Valentin going through the punch list of what the base runners should look out for as Dan Jennings looks on.
First and second, 1 away. Amarista takes the curveball for a strike.
Freeze on the line drive, Jesse.
If you're on the bases. Yeah. Good numbers with runners in scoring position for the little ninja. Venable and Hedges aboard. Reaches for that one, lines it to left, and no play for Yelich. Venable will be held. Just talked about the bases being loaded last night for the Diamondbacks. Now here this evening, they are filled up for the Padres, and the pitcher Tyson Ross coming up. 2 for 2.
Yeah, we talked about that statistic. Second time around against Kohler, above 300, and Amarista stays on top of this one. Gets jammed a little bit, but elevated and a little liner to left field to keep it going. Nice job, short, quick stroke to that baseball. Got to hold up. Ball hits the grass, advance 90 feet.
Tyson has a homer this year. He's got a triple. There it is. That was in Arizona. Late in the game of his complete game. Takes a fastball strike. That was quite a night for Tyson Ross. Venable, Hedges, Amarista. sacrifice in his first plate appearance.
What are the chances for a grand slam right here? What would you put the odds at?
I mean, Kohler's got to throw some strikes, right?
Well, the pressure's on him.
You know, Tyson.
We got ourselves a pitcher's duel going on here.
Yeah, we do. Best opportunity of the night so far for San Diego. Tyson rips that one foul to right. Nice looking swing.
Trying to take that breaking ball the opposite way. And with that said, the outfield swung over that way. Suzuki, Gillespie. Center field and right field swung over towards the right field line. Tyson Ross has got opposite field power.
Hit his home run to right center in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Just misses. You saw Realmuto try to pull that one back over the outside corner. 1-2. Many different ways to reach base. Tyson trying to reach, or at least hit the ball in the air to the outfield. Reaches for that one, and it is again foul down the right field line.
I think he one-handed that ball down the right field line.
All kinds of power.
Watch the hand come off the bat as he tries to rifle this one down the right field line. On contact. Bottom hand coming off. Well, you don't see that too often, do you? See the top hand coming off.
Grounds that one to third. They'll come home for one, and the return to first not in time. So Ross aboard on the fielder's choice. Venable thrown out 5-2. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. And the leadoff man, Abraham Almonte, coming up. Well, maybe McGee would think about going to second and start the around the horn double play. Maybe even step on the bag at third and throw across the diamond. Came home for the sure 1 out to keep this a scoreless tie. Walked to lead off the game, and then for the final out in the 3rd inning, popped one out to foul territory and left. Nice running catch by Yelich. Takes the curveball strike, 0-1. Hedges now at 3rd, and Marista at 2nd, and the pitcher Tyson Ross at 1st. Almonte tries to hold up, cannot.
You know, Jesse, you make a good point. I was kind of surprised McGee didn't go to second around the horn that way or step on third. He elected to go to the plate. And Tyson Ross can run a little bit. And also, you know, as a catcher, you get that foresight. You got to turn all the way towards first base after receiving that throw from third. Create a throwing lane as well. Hope that the Padres can capitalize on that.
Kohler ahead of Almonte, 0-2. That fastball inside. Far and away the hardest Kohler has had to work tonight in an inning. He's been efficient and successful through the first 4. Popped up left side. Everybody's giving it a look. McGee makes the catch. So with the bases loaded, 2 outs, Almonte fouls out for the 2nd time tonight. A little bit adventurous for the Marlin third baseman here in this inning, but he makes the catch and he makes the play. Still scoreless after 5. runs for San Diego against the Florida Marlins, the most ever at home against the Fish. Bubba Trammell led the charge, 4 for 5, couple of home runs as the Fathers defeated the Fish 18-2.
Oh, I get it.
They filleted them.
The Fathers.
Let's take a look at our Arco top-tier profile. Tyson Ross continuing the streak. He's not allowed a home run since April 28th. 15-plus starts in a row now.
Well, I didn't see Dave Roberts pitch back in 1971, but Randy Jones, seen a little bit of him, the sinker ball specialist. You can see how Randy Jones would keep, but talk about opposite ends of the spectrum. Tyson Ross, Randy Jones. Soft tossing left-hander and the hard-throwing right-hander. Tyson.
That's how he's gotten it done tonight. The fly out was the last out in the top of the 5th.
7 ground outs. What's that tell you, Jesse? Everything's down in the zone. Good break. Can't elevate those pitches. And the breakdown of the 68, 46 strikes.
Good ratio. Coming into tonight, only Brett Anderson of the Dodgers, Dallas Keuchel of the Astros have higher ground ball rates than Tyson Ross in all of baseball. Pitcher Kohler leads off, and he takes a fastball strike. Tyson also came into this evening tied for 6th in the National League with 124 strikeouts. He's added 7 more, and he's ahead of Kohler, 0-2. All those great numbers. Ground balls, strikeouts, lack of homers. There's number 8. But the other thing maybe encouraging for Tyson Ross, last few starts, far fewer walks than we saw earlier in the year. Ichiro Suzuki, 41 years old, and closing in. If you combine what he did in the professional ranks in Japan, 4,176 hits. Just incredible.
It's remarkable. It really is.
28-98 in the big leagues. A lot of games, a lot of attention, and a lot of success. They'll have a Cooperstown weekend sometime in the not too distant future.
More hits than Sadaharu Ichiro. You know what? I remember when he first came stateside with the Mariners.
Takes a strike.
And the talk around Peoria, it was like, this guy's got no chance. They were watching him taking BP and stuff, and it was like he was just lying, just setting everybody up. He just slapped at the ball.
Slaps that one to short. Obviously going to have to hurry. Amarista got him by a step. Strikeout, ground out for Ichiro. 2 away here in the 6th.
And then all of a sudden the season started, and Ichiro Suzuki was on his way as Alexi Amarista's got to hurry. Gets him by a half step. The ball kind of took a little hop on Alexi, it looked like.
2001, the MVP and Rookie of the Year, Ichiro.
And before that, the only guy to do that was Fred Lynn back in 1975 in the Boston Red Sox.
And tonight, those 2 gentlemen met one another.
Very nice.
Fred Lynn here. Got a business connection with Ichiro, I believe. John Boggs, Tony Gwynn's agent, now representing Ichiro. And Fred Lynn wanted to meet him. That one is through, past a diving Jerko and into center field for a non-infield single. 4th hit for Miami. The first 3 didn't get off the dirt.
Yeah, I'll take the grounder every time. It's going to find a hole. It's going to find a hole, but it gives you a chance to get one of those balls to an infielder to get you out of an inning. Or roll a double play.
So how about this tonight for Miami? 4 hits, all singles. 3 of them infield singles. Last night in Arizona, they had 7 hits. Only 1 of them was a single. They had 5 doubles and a triple. Different night, different pitcher, different ballpark, different results.
That's why I think the game of baseball is the hardest to predict of what's going to happen. Don't you think?
I don't think any of them are all that easy, but you're right. I mean, there's so many more variables in baseball, I think, than in any other sport. Yelich has one of those infield singles. He's also struck out. Different Dave Roberts.
Right. He did not pitch for the Padres back in 1971.
Dan Jennings, the Marlin manager, taking this one in from the top step. Got away, misses high. 2 balls and a strike to Yelich.
Slider.
Piece off Hedges.
Got him on the grill, huh?
Teams have run on Tyson Ross this year. Echeverria stole a base back in the 3rd inning.
Got a game break coming up. Dodgers Mets from Manzana Grande. That's the Big Apple.
Yes, it is. I believe Clayton Kershaw was on the hill for the Dodgers.
Yes.
Those are highlights worth seeing.
Also Bartolo Colon.
Also.
See how a portly right-hander at the age of 40 twirls.
That's another one of my favorite things about baseball. You get a Bartolo Colon still doing it.
It's great.
Ichiro, 41, still doing it.
I love it. I'm a big Bartolo Colon fan.
Seeing him hit against Kershaw, or try to hit against Kershaw, was probably entertaining. And that one is over Jerko into right field for a base hit. On his way to 3rd, standing up is Prado, and the Marlins got a little something cooking here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners, and their cleanup man, Justin Bour, will be coming to the plate.
This is a slider down and in, but just doesn't get down and in enough. And with the full count, the runner is going. And that tells you something about Tyson Ross and the confidence of throwing that slider. 3-2, he flipped the slider up there rather than the fastball, and just didn't get down enough. And a nice piece of hitting right there by Christian Yelich.
Bour with 10 home runs this season. That leads all Marlins not named Stanton. And because of Giancarlo, you almost have to qualify all of their stats. His stuff is just so way out in front of everybody else. In the dirt, Hedges has it scoot away. Runner's going to try and score, and he will. Prado slides over home plate, and the Marlins take a 1-0 lead here in the 6th. Looked like Hedges had it initially, and then maybe a second hop, and it got away.
Well, let's take a look. It's a slider. It's down and in. He tries to get in front of it. Hits the, right through the right side. His throwing arm just couldn't get any of the body in front of it, and the slide towards the foul side. First run for the Marlins.
Padre pitching coach Darren Balsley going to go out there. So wouldn't you know it? Scoreless tie broken up on a 2-out wild pitch. Yelich also advanced. He's on second base. And they'll talk about how they want to work to Bour after that ball 1. Butler, the former third base coach for the Marlins. Now he works on base running, outfield defense, bunting, that sort of thing.
That guy was a pest. I got to be honest with you.
Tough to get him out. On the ground foul, 1-1.
He would just, first of all, great command of the strike zone, Brett Butler. You would throw a pitch an inch off the plate, he would foul it off. And next thing you know, it'd be 3-2. You have to try to make a nasty pitch, and he'd be on second base. Or draw a walk. He just had such a keen eye at the plate.
was coaching third at the beginning of the season, and when Dan Jennings took over as manager, the Marlins kind of used that opportunity to shake some things up on the coaching staff as well. 1-1 to Bohr, a fastball a little bit in. So they made the switch, and Butler kind of reassigned. Been an interesting year in Marlin land. Really thought they had a team that was going to compete in a big way. It's not been the case so far. And obviously the injuries to Stanton, D. Gordon, not helping things. That one is ripped to left, and that's going to be a base hit. Yelich is being waved, and he will come in to score. RBI single from Justin Bohr. He's driven in 29 runs this season, and Miami's up 2-0 here in the 6th.
Boy, Bohr takes this ball the opposite way. They've got the shift on him. It's a slider, maybe a slider or a cutter. Anyway, it's elevated. He stays inside it. And you can see Amarista playing over towards second base bag. He inside outs that ball. Yelich gets the green light. And with the way the defense was playing, I think that's just mislocation on that pitch from Tyson.
2 outs, runner on first. And 2 in for Miami. Casey McGee, a couple of ground outs, and ball 1. Marlins break through here in the 6th. 2-out rally. Kohler struck out. Ichiro grounded out to open the frame. A couple of singles, wild pitch, and another base hit. He hit just .213 in 49 games with the Giants this year. There's the slider.
That's almost unhittable. The only way you hit that is on a foul ball. Don't you think?
Yeah. Maybe sitting at home, maybe you say, well, then don't swing, but it looks like a fastball coming in. That's the crazy part about it.
He goes right back out there.
Pretty efficient throughout the night. A little bit extra here in the 6th for Tyson Ross. Three and 1. Interesting to see Odrisamer Despaigne out in the bullpen.
Guy's got a rubber arm. Pitched on Tuesday, 5+ innings.
He hits that one on the ground and into right field for a base hit. And Babbitt is coming up for the Marlins here in the 6th. 4th consecutive single, and 1st and 2nd 2 outs.
Bohr fought off a pitch, went the opposite way. Casey McGee fights off a pitch. It's an 18 hopper through the right side. And look where this ball hits here. Kind of towards the end of the bat, but inside part, beating the shift again as they're shifted towards the left side. Jed Jerko, no chance.
Marcos Mateo kind of turned into the quote-unquote 6th inning guy, it seems like, for Pat Murphy. Is up and Adam in the bullpen. Catcher Real Muto. Take strike 1.
That's a strike. That's a strike. They just editorialize a little bit.
Fox Tracks presented by Southland Technology. Would agree. At the bottom part of the zone. You got that good eye. Nice stop by Hedges that time. 2-1 to Real Muto. For the runner at second, McGee at first is Tyson Ross. Tries to work out a 2-out trouble here in the 6th. 4 straight 2-out singles.
Hey, Clay Hensley, really quickly, when you're giving up hits like that, infield, through the infield, missing the infield, it's kind of frustrating, huh? How do you deal with that?
You just have to stay the course in situations like this. I mean, look, he's throwing good pitches, and they're seeing high singles. There's not much you can really do about that. It's just, the defense isn't in the right spot at the right time.
That's a strike, 2-2.
I'd be willing to bet that when Balsley went out there, he probably told him something similar like that. I've had Balsley tell me that a few times when I was out there in situations like this, and you just continue to pound the zone and continue to do what you're doing. The balls are going to find the glove some way.
Yeah, you make a good point. Stick to the plan. Don't try to do anything differently.
It's that element of luck. And it's there whether you like it or not. 2-2, and he just got a piece. Talk about protecting with 2 strikes. Long road trip for Miami. It began in Philadelphia and on to Arizona, where they won the last 2 against the Diamondbacks. Now a 4-game set here in America's finest city.
Everything's away.
Hedges sets up inside, and he lines that one to left field. Bohr is being waved. Almonte comes up throwing, and the throw to the plate, not in time, and there will be no throw to third. 3-0 Miami. 5 straight singles against Tyson Ross.
Well, Austin Hedges was set up on the inside part of the plate. I think Tyson wanted to throw that slider in off the plate and then try to catch that inside corner. Well, Real Muto does a fine job. Let's see where this pitch is. Out of the hand, it is a slider. Inside, it just catches too much play. It's down, but because it catches too much of the plate, speeds up his bat a little bit and finds that hole on the left side. And that's going to be it for Tyson.
So a 2-out rally for the Marlins chases Tyson Ross. 3-0 Miami in the 6th. Two-out single to score 3 runs. Pitching change is brought to you by El Cajon Ford as Marcos Mateo comes on for the 11th time this year.
Marcos pitched yesterday against the Giants on his line, all ones. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And when you take a look at the splits, yeah, doing pretty well against righties. Got to bring those numbers down against lefties. He inherits 2 runners at the corners. This is a big, big outing for Marcos Mateo.
The lefty that got him yesterday, Brandon Belt, a solo homer in the 6th inning. Mateo recalled from AAA on June 23rd. Back in the big leagues for the first time since 2011. Been the closer for the AAA El Paso Chihuahuas this season. And he comes in with runners on the corners, 2 outs and 3 runs in for Miami.
He's got to leave these runners stranded here.
Gillespie, couple of ground outs against Tyson Ross. Mateo looking for one final out. Runner goes. Hedges throw down to second base, and a nice job by Jerko. Now it gets away. Trying to come home and scoring is McGee. Now they're going to try to go to third, and that is where Real Muto ends up. A tough sequence defensively for the Padres. Miami adds another 4-0. Stolen base and an error from Hedges.
Oh, ugly play from the start. This ball off the base. And you know what? Credit Jed Jerko. You thought that by him knocking it down at least. I think that ball hit Jed Jerko. Actually hit the runner. So a little luck going right there. But then after that, the wheels come off.
Runner on third, 2 outs, and a pop-up. Hedges just in foul territory makes the catch. So Miami gets 4 in the 6th. The 2-out rally for the Fish kept 2 up second in the bottom half. And they took care of things in Queens. 3-0 win for Los Angeles as Kershaw throws the 3-hitter. Took a perfect game into the 7th. Curtis Granderson had a leadoff single in the 7th inning. And Zach Greinke going to miss this start. Wife giving birth. We're getting ready to, last we heard. And those guys, they're not worried about the score of this game right now. 4-0 Marlins. And there's a party in the outfield.
You can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Yonder Alonso to lead it off. 4 runs, 3 of which were earned in the top half of this inning. Couple of Padre errors taking place on the same play. There are 2 outs and nobody aboard. 5 straight hits, wild pitch, the errors, and next thing you know, it's 4-0. Certainly changes things for Kohler, who had been working very finely in that scoreless game.
Absolutely. Good stuff from Kohler, good stuff from Tyson Ross. It just happened to have some singles to where there were no defenders. The Marlins were beating the shifts. Clay Hensley was making reference to that as we talked in last half inning. And that's going to happen once in a while. And then that last play kind of got ugly a little bit as the Marlins put that 4 up in the 6th.
Hedges charged with 1 error. Shortstop Amarista charged with another, allowing Real Muto to go to third base. But that doesn't really impact the scoring, the second error. Either way, 4 runs charged to Tyson Ross, 3 earned, and that one is up the middle. They were shifting him that way. Echeverria high throw, and a nice job getting back on the bag by Bohr. 1 away.
That has got to be frustrating as a hitter. Yonder Alonso, even though that ball was hit on the ground, he squared it up nicely. Spray charts indicate that's where he hits the ball. It pitched there, and Echeverria was right there to make the play. Hockey suit right through the legs, right between the legs. The 5-hole of Tom Kohler. And the shortstop is there to make the play.
So 1 out for Kohler here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Been a while since Echeverria committed an error. Got bailed out by his first baseman there, and Matt Kemp checks his swing but makes contact. Fouls it back, 0-1. Struck out looking in the first, line to center in the 4th. Kemp has hit in 9 of his last 10 games. Been good since just before the All-Star break. Talked to him earlier today. He said he really felt like after the Pittsburgh series on that long trip going into the All-Star break that figured some things out with Mark Kotsay and Alonzo Powell, Padre hitting coaches. And he's up over 400 since then.
It's amazing for a hitter or a pitcher. One thing just clicks, and next thing you know, bang. How quickly it can change.
For a pitcher, you find that release point. For a hitter, you just start seeing it better. He said, I've been around long enough. I've had success at this level long enough. I know what it's supposed to look like, supposed to feel like for me to have success. So that probably helps because you kind of know what you're looking for. And then when you find it, there you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing, Matt Kemp in the clubhouse before the game, he was just breaking down Tommy Kohler pitches on the video, going over and over his stuff. He was locked in.
Not a lot of familiarity here.
Like all those hitters do. Scouting reports, video, trying to gain an edge any way you can. Happens with every team.
Got him.
That's a good slider, breaking ball there.
5th strikeout for Kohler, his first since the 2nd inning. 2 away. Our game is presented in HD by Sony 4K. 2 outs, nobody aboard for Jed Jerko. Kohler's been very efficient. You saw the ball strike ratio a couple of moments ago. And this nasty pitch to Kemp.
Yeah, we talked about the curveball. Well, Kohler also possesses the slider down and away, a shorter breaking ball. Good location.
Jerko can't hold up. 1-2.
Clay, question for you. Clay Hensley, did you throw both a curveball and a slider?
I did. I threw all 4 pitches.
Now, did you feel one took away from the other? Because generally speaking, it's either the great curveball or okay slider or vice versa.
Not really. Not for me in particular. I would, whenever I threw it, my curveball was more of a 12-6 curveball. My slider, I kind of threw more of a cutter. I could break it a little bit more if I wanted to, but it was definitely a 4th pitch for me. The fastball, the changeup, and the curveball were primarily my pitches.
Well, Kohler doing a nice job against Jerko. Look at the Fox tracks. Southland technology. Everything's down and away.
Talk about pitching to the scouting report. They've got a plan against Jerko, and he's out there to execute it. This is wide there, so a full count to Jed. Hangs that one, and Jerko just fouled down the left field line. Tough top of the inning for Tyson Ross, but it does mean he has now gone 16 consecutive starts without allowing a home run. And he is the first big league pitcher to do that within one season since 1992. Sid Fernandez of the Mets.
El Cid.
Number 50. Up and into Jerko.
Because he's from Hawaii. And Hawaii is the 50th state.
Great tradition of Hawaiian-born players wearing the number 50. He might have started that. I feel like I read that once. We can research it. 2-out walk to Jerko. Marlins got all 4 of their runs at the top of this inning after 2 were retired. And Solarte doesn't like the call, but he takes strike one on a fastball.
First pitch strike category, 20 out of 24. Pretty good for Kohler.
Reaches for that one, fouls it back, 0-2. Talked about the Special Olympics and the big week coming up. Very happy to have participated. The Fan Express brought a group from the Special Olympics to San Diego for tonight's ball game. Hoping to see a comeback out of the Padres. 0-2 to Solarte, and the curveball is hit on the ground to Prado. Miami second baseman, little trouble getting it out of his glove, but he makes the play. And that's it here in the 6th. We go to the 7th, 4-0 Miami. Bat in a big league game. That's the injury. Look at this. Sometimes it's the most innocent looking thing. So he's got the hamate bone fracture in the left wrist. Dr. Grant, it looks painful for Giancarlo.
Well, it does. Anytime you deal with the digits of a hand or a foot, the toes, it's very, very sensitive. And you can only imagine if you with the power of that swing from Giancarlo Stanton and others, we've heard it through the course of the last 20, 25 years. I mean, I think the first time I heard about the hamate bone was like in the early 90s or something. I can't remember who it was, but I think when you sign a professional contract, you've got to do two things.
Okay.
One is to take a look at the injury history of Giancarlo Stanton. And credit this kid for coming back the way he has. Getting hit in the face like he did, and then bouncing back to put up the numbers and then get hit with the hamate injury. When you sign a professional contract, two things got to happen. Make an appointment with your orthopedic surgeon, Tommy John surgery, whether you're healthy or not.
Just do it.
And while they're in there fixing the joint or the ligament, have the hamate bone taken out just for good measure.
Just remove the hamate.
Just do it.
Is it a bone you need?
It's like your appendix. You don't need it.
You don't need it. Mateo staying in to start the 7th. Echeverria into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Venable coming over. Echeverria takes the turn. And the leadoff single for Miami here in the 7th inning. The numbers for Stanton, of course, are through the roof. Since 2010, when he came into the big leagues, only Pujols, Cabrera, and Joey Bats have more home runs.
And you know what? When I think of Giancarlo Stanton, this is a kid, if he stays healthy or stayed healthy, I mean, the face of baseball, right?
Sure.
You talk about a Mike Trout, Pujols back in the day still doing his thing, Jose Bautista.
Bowler's bunt back to Mateo, takes the sure thing. A 1-4 sacrifice, Echeverria to second base.
But not only the face of the Marlins franchise, because signing that big deal that he did to keep him in a Marlins uniform, but
13 years, $325 million, yes.
But also possibly the face of baseball as a youngster for what he has done on the field.
27 home runs, 67 RBIs for Stanton, who hasn't played since June 26th. He's still tied with Bryce Harper for the most home runs in the National League. He hasn't played in like a month.
Yeah.
Only two guys have more runs batted in than he does. Hasn't played in a month. Ichiro takes strike one. I mean, think about that. He hasn't played since June 26th.
What he has done in such a short a period of time before his injury. No question about it.
A couple of strikeouts in his first 2 at-bats. Suzuki grounded to second his last time up. Mateo came on to get the final out in the top of the 6th inning, starting off the 7th. Single from Echeverria. Kohler sacrificed him to second base. And now Ichiro, the leadoff man, at the plate. Ten-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glover. One and two.
See what the Padres pitchers are trying to do to Ichiro, pound him inside.
You mentioned that first spring in Peoria, and it's easy to forget all these years later. He was the first Japanese position player to ever play in the big leagues.
All the rest of the pitchers are like Hideki Irabu, and we go on and on. But that's interesting. Good little nugget.
Yeah. 1-2, and Mateo gets him to hit it to the right side again. Alonso had to go a long way. Mateo covers. Nicely done. 2 away as Echeverria ends up on third. Since Giancarlo Stanton went down with that hamate bone, the Marlins have treaded water. 10-10. 13 homers, good run differential. Dan Jennings and this front office just hoping other guys are going to step up. They're getting great production out of D. Gordon as well. Former Dodger who they traded for this offseason, playing second base, and he's got a hand injury. But it's not as if things were going swimmingly for the Fish prior to those 2 injuries. Prado takes outside, 1-0.
Isn't it amazing? You look at the franchise of the Marlins. 2 World Championships, both via the wild card, correct?
97 and 03.
But yet the disparity, the ups and downs, the end of the spectrum for this organization. You know, usually you'll see a consistent kind of, you know, there's going to be peaks and valleys, but I'm talking Death Valley and Mount Everest for this organization.
Seen the thing torn down a couple of times.
Yes.
And I think that's maybe what makes this year so frustrating for them, is they thought they really had assembled a team the right way. They had the right kind of pieces and just didn't go at all according to plan. Well, you grew up in Chicago, though. Those Cubs fans waiting since 1908. They'd take this, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Make
No
the playoffs
question.
twice, win the World Series both times. They've never lost a playoff series. Nice one to Prado, 2-2.
It's like that question you pose baseball fans. Would you take a 20-year period to where you're consistently up there, you got a wild card, you win a division, whatever, for 20 years? Or you take a couple of world championships in 2 years and be a horrible team, the 18. Give me the horrible 18 and 2 world championships.
No doubt. Reaching the mountaintop is the whole point of the thing.
Stake that flag.
Strike 3 called. Nice backup slider from Mateo. He freezes Prado, and it's stretch time at Petco. 4-0 Fish. game summary. 2 outs, nobody aboard in the 6th inning, and that kind of fell apart a little bit. Wild pitch, got 1 run in, and then Bohr with a base hit to left field to make it 2-0. You'd have another base hit to make it 3-0 Marlins. All of this coming with 2 outs, and then an error as Austin Hedges tried to throw down to second base. Run came home as Amarista's throw went wide, and all of that with 2 outs. In the top of the 6th inning, Miami scoring 4 runs, 3 of which were earned on 5 hits, 2 errors. And those 4 runs, all the scoring that we've had tonight. Tom Kohler has been excellent through 6.
He most certainly has, and the Padres still within slam range as they've got 3 more chances. Have to get on the board here in the 7th.
Venable, Hedges, Amarista, and then the pitcher's spot if anyone's going to reach. Second time tonight. We've seen Venable at least show bunt. Padres just 3 hits against Kohler through 6.
Bohr playing way back at first base. McGee in on the grass at third.
Pulls back, but it's a strike. Alonso a hit, and 2 for Alexi.
Too many bagels up there on that box score on the left side. Got to throw some crooked numbers up there. It's getting late.
First couple of innings looked like it was going to be a big strikeout game for Kohler. He struck out 2 in the first, 2 more in the second. But he kind of put the strikeout pitch away for a while. 3-1 to Venable.
Yeah, maybe trying to disrupt the timing there of Kohler showing bunt.
Countdown to 100 pitches is on for Kohler. And he walks Venable to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Second consecutive walk to Venable. And Quackenbush up in the pen after Marcus Mateo got the last 4 outs for San Diego. Beautiful Thursday night in downtown San Diego. As the rookie catcher Austin Hedges comes up. Mentioned earlier, Hedges last started on Saturday night catching Tyson Ross. Hit a home run in that game. His first time up to give San Diego a 1-0 lead. One of the 2 long balls he's collected here very early on in his major league career. Big swing there, 1-1.
Good arm side movement on that. Almost 2-seamer effect from Kohler. Fastball at 90.
Steve Cishek, he of the funky delivery and trade rumor, warming up as Kohler prepares to throw his 100th pitch of the night. You know what Steve Cishek's job was when he was a kid over the summer? He sold seashells by the seashore.
Oh, I see where you're going there. Good egg, Steve Cishek.
One-two to Hedges, and he swings through. 6th strikeout of the night for Kohler, 1 away.
Hey, as promised earlier in the game, Jesse, selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. Tweet your strongest fan photo to #SD Data Strong Fan for a chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast. And it's brought to you by T-Mobile.
How about @DP Nolosa? Got nice shades, got the aviators. Amarista's got 2 of the 3 Padre hits, and he takes a curveball strike. 0-1. Padres trying to come from behind here in the first game of this series.
Yeah, I always like to stay within the slam range.
Okay.
4-0. I mean, this is an inning where you have a base runner. One swing of the bat cuts the lead in half.
Well, you mentioned it last year, Amarista homered against the Fish.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Maybe wrap something around a foul pole, get something off speed. And for Alexi, this is the 3rd time around. He has singled twice, so maybe he hangs one of those curveballs, speeds up the bat on the left-hander. Next thing you know, it's 4-2.
Last couple times you've talked about something, it's happened. Maybe that continues. Who can say? Reaches down and fouls that one away to the left side.
Oh, look at, you mentioned it earlier, Jesse. Justin Upton, not in the lineup tonight, kind of nursing that oblique, but said Chris Budden had a report earlier, said he was available if needed. One swing, 2 or 3 runs, possibly a grand slam. Stay tuned.
And Marista goes up and pops it up. Echeverria, the shortstop, waiting, making the catch, 2 away. So Venable back to first base, 2 gone. Will led off the inning with a walk, but a strikeout, a pop-up, and now a pinch hitter as Brett Wallace strides to the plate. Wallace done a good job, mostly as a pinch hitter. Four for 15 in this role this season. Kohler at 105 pitches, and the curveball just misses to Wallace. 1-0.
Pretty good pitch. 106 pitches for Kohler. He still has the good bite on the breaking ball. Boy, good ratio.
Yeah.
70 strikes, 36 balls.
Big swing from Wallace. 1-1. Had a 9-pitch second inning, a 5-pitch fourth inning. Now working close to 110 pitches in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Wallace takes a high strike. 1-2.
Well, according to Trax, top of the strike zone, pitch number 3.
You don't see it called a lot, though.
No, you don't. Brought to you by Nissan.
Love Fox Trax.
I do too.
Settles a lot of arguments.
I've said this all along. Electronic strike zone. Bring it on.
Kohler trying to get through 7 complete innings. 1-2 to Wallace, and he got him. Big curveball, and strikeout number 7 for Tom Kohler. We go to the 8th, 4-0 Miami.
We're working on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you by Cox Communications. Tyson Ross started off strong, ran into some engine trouble, but for the Marlins, it's been Tom Kohler's night.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job tonight. He's sitting here, he's sitting on the slider. You can tell he's been using this entire evening, and it's kept the San Diego Padres hitters off bounds. He's been pounding the fastball to set this pitch up, and since he's been doing this so well all evening, he's got 7 innings with 7 tickets.
Yeah, just 3 hits allowed, 4 walks, though, and as you mentioned there, the 7 strikeouts. So right now, Tom Kohler is the story of this ball game. When Clay and I see on Padres Live, the post-game show, in addition to breaking down everything that happened on the field here tonight, We're also going to tell you about an incredible evening by Dodgers Clayton Kershaw. I know that hurts to hear, but he has really been phenomenal. We'll have that. And Dick Enberg is in Cooperstown right now. He's going to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame this weekend. So we got a little video and a little interview with Mr. Enberg. We'll get you caught up on the exciting weekend ahead for Mr. Enberg, his family, and the entire Padres organization. For now, though, let's get you back up to the booth. Jesse Agler and Mark Grant. Gentlemen.
Mike Clay, thanks a lot. Look forward to all of that and more on the post-game show. Tom Kohler's night probably done after 7 shutout innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, and Kevin Quackenbush on to pitch for San Diego. 3rd straight game that Quack comes on. It had been a while since we saw him before that.
Well, 28-plus innings. This is the 28th game for Quack, and he's got that sneaky fast fastball. He needs to keep the Marlins at 4.
Looked like he dropped the arm a little bit after that pitch.
Just 90-91 on the fastball for Kevin.
Nice night for Yelich, who was part of the trouble for Tyson Ross in the 6th inning. He got the second of what would be 5 straight 2-out singles. And he's now reached in 22 consecutive games. Quackenbush falls behind him 3-0.
10 of his last 11 outings for Kevin Quackenbush has been scoreless, so that's a good sign. He's in a little bit of a groove.
Came on to get the final out in the top of the 7th last night. Struck out Brandon Belt. Here he walks Christian Yelich.
Come on now. Got to fire strikes. No free passes.
Leadoff man aboard for Miami as the Marlins look to add to their lead. Game 2 of this series tomorrow. Dan Herron, the former Dodger, and Andrew Kashner. 6:30 TV time here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Big cash money. Conroe Comet. Tone the slab tomorrow night.
That's the one. Here's Big Bore. Nice curve from Quack, 0-1.
Sometimes pitchers will do just that after 4 wide ones with the fastball. Kind of get that release point out front, flip up the breaking ball.
Fernandez, the winning pitcher last night. Kohler in line to be the winner, but still time for the Padres. Coming in hot.
Oh, he's got that one in the brazo, right in the arm.
Glad to see he appears to be okay, and he got the ball.
That's the main thing, yeah.
Right at that point, a nice bruise. Might see some seams on your skin a little bit later. Just missing. There's that high strike zone.
It's a pretty good pitch there.
Kohler got the call. In the bottom of the 7th, Quackenbush does not get it here in the top of the 8th. Nice pitch, though, on 0-2. Reaches down, grounds it slowly to shortstop. Won't be able to turn 2. Amarista gets the out at first base. Yelich goes to second, 1 away. Closed captioning tonight is brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. And it is National Hot Dog Day.
I'm aware of that.
Happy National Hot Dog Day.
To you as well.
Well, thank you very much. Got to figure quite a few Friar Franks consumed here at the ball game tonight. About 6,000 per game on average, from what I understand. It's a lot of dogs.
Sure is.
In fact, if you extrapolate the numbers over the course of the 81 home games here at Petco Park, they tell us it's about 486,000 Tarantino Friar Franks over the course of this year, eaten in this ballpark. Almost 500,000.
Trying to think of a pun or a line for that. It's a lot of hot dogs.
It is. Quackenbush ahead of McGee, 0-2.
Are those footlongs?
No, those are the regular ones, the Friar Franks.
Yeah. Gotcha.
0-2, and McGee to second. Jerko throws him out. 2 away as Yelich goes to third base. Take a look at the National University standings. We're going to check in on the National League wild card mud. Pittsburgh and Chicago currently holding the playoff spots. Giants right there. Mets hanging around. Braves and Padres within striking distance.
I love the wild card, always have, and I'll be quite honest with you. When then Commissioner Selig incorporated the wild card, I was kind of like, really? But I've grown to like it. Jesse, thoughts?
Yeah, no, love it.
I do too.
A lot of talk about even pushing back the trade deadline from July 31st into August with that extra wild card. Ground ball off the bat of Real Muto, and Yonder Alonso takes it himself. No harm, no foul on the leadoff walk. 4-0. Insurance.com today and see how much you could save. Buy Pixels in theaters July 24th and by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Bottom of the 8th inning at Petco Park. Marlins with 4 2-out runs in the 6th. And that has been all the scoring with the party raging on college night. Fans having a good time here for the first of 4 between these two teams as Steve Cishek, the former closer, comes in for Miami.
And pretty basic when you look at the numbers. You know, occasionally get a little erratic, 14 walks in 31 frames, but the strikeouts are up there. But basically a 2-pitch pitcher, fastball slider. It's kind of a, you know, that sidearm delivery gives a different look. And I've always felt the lower you lower that arm angle, you don't have to throw as hard. He can still touch about 93 for Cishek.
They got a couple of guys out there who look a little bit non-traditional delivering the baseball.
I think it's always good to have a guy like that on your staff if you can.
Sure. Top of the order, Abraham Almonte, Yonder Alonso, and Matt Kemp. So Cishek relieves Kohler, who threw 7 shutout innings. Marlins make a couple of changes here in the 8th. Miguel Rojas into the game to play second, and you see Martin Prado has moved from second to third. So Casey McGee is out of the game. Dan Jennings managing some National League Baseball. Ball and a strike to Almonte, and he takes outside. 2-1. As Mike Pomerantz and Clay Hensley were saying a few minutes ago, Tom Kohler really the story of this game. Just the 3 hits, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. Through a season high 109 pitches. And now he turns it over to the bullpen.
Yeah, he had both breaking balls working tonight. Clay Hensley talked about a little bit ago how the fastball was set at the slider, the shorter breaking ball, but he flipped up some good curveballs as well. Both pitches were working extremely well for him tonight.
Almonte led off the bottom of the first with a walk. Since then, a couple of foul outs, and he hits this one in the air out to left center. Yelich and Gillespie going back, and Yelich for the second time tonight makes a great sliding catch on Abraham Almonte. Won a Gold Glove last year, and he's showing it off here tonight.
That is a big league play by the youngster in left field, Christian Yelich. This ball, sure, it slicks him, but look, he's flash look, then he's got the track and dives, and Gillespie peels off. That's a good play. It's a really good play.
Monte's got to be shaking his head a little bit.
That's a long run for him as well, where he was playing at first.
Became the first Marlin outfielder to win a Gold Glove last season. First pitch swinging Alonso. He's going to try Yelich out. A little bit more routine this time. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Talking about defense, we've got our Bill Howe plays of the game. Some nice defensive efforts. Yelich earlier against Almonte, just talking about it. Got rid of the hat, made the nice slide and catch in foul territory. Matt Kemp doing a good job, taking one away from Echeverria. And at third base, Casey McGee up against that side railing to end a threat in the 5th.
Did you notice that play on Yelich? He actually tried to adjust his cap in the middle of running to try to get that ball.
Got to look good, man.
Rather than just forgetting about the chapeau, he actually on the run tried to adjust it. and then when he didn't, he let go of it, then the cap came off.
I always think about those early days of the batting helmet, like in the 50s, and the guys, they didn't have ear flaps, and the guy trying to go for the double or the triple, and the helmet just flying back off his head.
Remember Gary Matthews, Cubs, Phillies? He purposely, Sarge, when he hit the ball, he purposely, with his arm, flipped the helmet off his head and then ran without the helmet on the bases.
Strike 2 to Kemp. Jed Jerko would be next. Tries to hold up, but a nice job by Kemp controlling the swing. 2-2. Ground ball to the left side. That's Prado, just moved over from second base. Throws him out. And Cishek needs just 11 pitches to get 3 outs here in the 8th. Look at the probable pitchers for the next 3 games in this series. We move into weekend mode tomorrow night. Andrew Kashner taking on the former Dodger Dan Herron. Phelps and Kennedy Saturday, 5 o'clock TV time. And then Sunday afternoon, Odrismer Despagne, the scheduled starter against the former Padre Matt Latos. So no Jose Fernandez. He pitched last night in Arizona for these guys. So no Fernandez, no Stanton, no D. Gordon. But yes, Sean Kelly in to start the 9th inning after Quackenbush worked an uneventful 8th.
Mateo did his job. Inning in the 3rd, no runs. Kevin Quackenbush, scoreless inning. After the leadoff walk, which is a good sign for Kevin.
Yeah, a couple tough days the last couple of days for the Padre bullpen, but generally speaking, they've been so good here in the month of July. They'd allowed 15 runs in their first 39-plus innings this month, and then 10 in the last 2 games. Trying to start anew here against Miami. And a 1-1 count to the center fielder, Cole Gillespie. Echeverria, the shortstop, and then Miguel Rojas, 7, 8, 9. Due to hit here in the 9th. Nice pitch.
Well, if you can master that pitch 8 out of 10 times, you're going to have some serious success. Slider down and away at the knees. Good luck hitting that.
Breaks his bat, and Solarte at third base. Throws him out, 1 away.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Shortstop Echeverria against Sean Kelly with 1 out here in the 9th. Nice night for the 8th batting shortstops. A couple of hits for Echeverria, a couple of hits for Amarista. And for whatever reason, this guy is really taken to hitting in this spot in the order. Grounds that one to Solarte. And he is now 2 for 4. Back-to-back ground balls to third base. And a couple of quick outs for Sean Kelly. Former Dodger Miguel Rojas, his first at bat. Came in as part of a double switch in the 8th to play second base. Came over with D. Gordon and Dan Herron in that December trade. Big swing and a miss. Looked like he thought he was going to get a first pitch fastball. Limited action for Rojas since his June 27th call-up from AAA New Orleans.
Are they still the Zephyrs?
I believe so, yeah. Just getting some work in, you think? Espana is scheduled starter on Sunday.
He might get an inning in.
Keep it fresh?
No, he's just getting some work. I'm just kidding. It's the 9th.
No, I don't. Come back, tie it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Probably just getting up there and tossing a little bit. Some guys will do that late in the game. But you never know, right?
Never do. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the bottom of the 9th for the Padres. Jerko, Solarte, and Venable.
You know, we've seen Joaquin Benoit do that during the game. Just see how the arm feels. Some guys have their own little routine.
Fire up the machine. That's a line drive over Amarista into left field. Almonte comes over, and a 2-out hit for the Marlins. Who'd have thunk it? All right, Mud. It's time. We've got our Cholula flamethrower. Sean Kelly.
93's hot sauce.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of mild, but whatever you feel like.
It's not just about the velocity of the hot sauce. You got to have good location on your hot sauce. You got to have good movement on your hot sauce.
Now let me ask you, is that mild or medium?
93. I'd say that's medium.
Okay, I concur.
Upper 80s would be mild. Ichiro takes high outside. Struck out his first 2 times against Tyson Ross. Not a guy that strikes out very frequently. That's 1-1. Tonight, just the 149th time he struck out twice in a game. It's about 2,300 games. Never struck out 4 times in a night. Ahead here, 2-1. How would you pitch to him? His prime.
I would try to jam him.
Yeah.
But you just can't, in, because he's such a good hitter. He's going to make an adjustment. And then I think you can go soft away with him after being in the presence of pitching him hard inside. There's a breaking ball missing down. How would you pitch him?
Well, I don't know how to pitch, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't mean you would wouldn't have an idea.
In his prime, I don't know, man. I mean, guy had 262 hits in 2004.
That's remarkable.
Gets him to ground over to Jed Jerko here, and that's the 3rd out in the top of the 9th inning. A man left for Miami. Last chance for San Diego. Padres trying to find some electricity in the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance, trailing 4-0. Been a fun night in front of 29,345 fans as the left-hander Mike Dunn comes on for the 42nd time this year.
You've got an interesting little nugget about this left-hander for the Miami Marlins, Mike Dunn.
My very first job.
Where was that at?
Elkhart, Kansas, in the Jayhawk League.
That's a college league, right?
Yeah. 2 days after I graduated college, the team was terrible, and this guy was the starting right fielder.
Come on.
He's like the only home run threat on the team. Now he's a relief pitcher.
In the big leagues.
In the big leagues. Great guy. 30 years old, made his big league debut at the Yankees, went to Atlanta, and then from the Braves to the Marlins in the Dan Uggla trade back in 2010.
Pretty much a 2-pitch pitcher for Mike Dunn. Fastball, slider. Hey, good arm. 96 he can get up to from the left side.
He's got Jerko, a righty, and then the switch hitting Solarte and the left-handed Venable. Rally caps.
Well, you got to love it. Keep the faith.
Couple of pitches out of the strike zone to Jerko. Jet 0 for 2 tonight with a walk.
Hey, Dunn can get a little erratic at times, so be patient. Draw a walk here or there. Come up with a knock and make things interesting here in the 9th.
Knee-high strike. In his career against San Diego, Dunn has had success. 12 games and a 1.74 ERA. Got an at-bat this season. Collected his first major league hit against the Reds. Chases the 94-mile-per-hour fastball, 2-2. Now full count to Jerko, leading it off in the bottom of the ninth. All 4 runs for Miami, coming with 2 outs in the 6th. Hits that one high to left. Yelich drifting back a couple of steps. Gotta wait for it, and he makes the catch. Busy night for Christian Yelich in left field, 1 away.
Stay tuned right here, Fox Sports San Diego, after the Padres come back and win this one. Padres live, the post-game show. Mike Pomeranz and Clay Hensley breaking it down. Not only in this one, but all around Major League Baseball. We'll also follow Dick Enberg to Cooperstown to keep you tabs on the professor being inducted to Baseball Hall of Fame Saturday.
Solarte batting right-handed for the first time, and he takes a strike as Justin Upton has moved into the on-deck circle. Haven't seen him since Sunday when he was removed from the game against the Rockies with some tightness in the left side. Good to pinch hit tonight, and tomorrow we'll see if maybe he can get himself back in the starting lineup.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I apologize.
No, that's great.
Okay.
Love baseball talk. Get an at-bat. Get in the lineup tomorrow. It's a good sign that he's on deck.
Venable, the scheduled hitter. Solarte's got better numbers from the left side. That's where he gets most of his at-bats. See him come through with some nice hits, batting right-handed this season. That's right there for strike 3. Fastball at the knees. And the Padres down to their final out. Just the second pinch hit at bat for Justin Upton this year. He's 0 for 1 in this role. On the ground, that's a foul ball.
Looks like he got extended on that swing pretty well. Didn't cut the swing short. Through the baseball, good extension, good follow through.
In an obvious way, it's unfortunate to have not had him available to start tonight, but in an additional way, great success against Kohler in his career. 6 for 16 with a homer and a triple. Padres down to their final strike. Lays off, 1-2. Got him. Mike Dunn strikes out Justin Upton and works a 1-2-3 ninth inning. Marlins have won 3 straight on the road for the first time this season. They blanked the Padres 4-0. Padres Live, the postgame is coming up. Mike Pomerantz has got you covered, Mike.
Jess, thanks very much. We're going to talk about that 6th inning that really did all the damage against the Padres, what led to Tyson's demise. And you'll hear from Pat Murphy in moments.